see the content. Well, with me right now, we have a lovely singer-songwriter, Rosie. How you doing, Rosie?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm not so bad. You all right? You got here okay and found the place?
I did. I got a little bit lost as usual, but I found it.
See, different place this time.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, just to recap then. Okay, we met each other probably about over a year ago, I would imagine. Yeah. And more recently, in April, I think it was, at our little outdoor gig thing.
Yeah, that's right.
In the meantime, you've been obviously writing a new album and playing lots of gigs, but now it's time to release a new album, I believe. Is that right?
That's right, yeah. I've been working on a new album for the past... I recorded it in March, so
right, okay.
I'm a bit slow in getting it off the ground, but I believe you've got a copy of it.
I have. I've got a little white label copy of it.
That's right, yeah.
And I have to say, it was like an early copy.
An early release to special people.
Special people. Oh, I just love that. You see, already I'm liking this one. Already. It was absolutely fantastic. For me, personally... Obviously, having heard your last album a lot, it was like a real growth. Sounded more band-orientated, this one.
That's right. A lot of people helped me out with this one. I went and recorded it in Rochester in Kent.
Oh, right, okay.
And I've got quite a few friends down there playing all sorts of instruments, and they all said, OK, yeah, we'll have a go, we'll play something.
Great.
And it just sort of grew out of the studio, really. They listened to my songs and said, oh, well, maybe if I play fiddle on this bit here and banjo here. And I said, yeah, do it.
So it became like a sort of ever-growing band then?
Yeah, I was just, every day I was impressed what people came up with. And,
really?
Yeah, I love it.
Great. So did you go down there with 10 songs under your hat and thinking you might record them, or was it completely off the cuff and just write and record at the same time? No,
so I'd written them already, so they're quite a backlog of songs over the past few years that I just hadn't got around to recording properly. So I gave people the chance to listen to them through, and we just all met up over a few days and recorded it then. But yeah, so the songs were all written. But yeah, it went pretty well.
Yeah, and obviously when you had these different people kind of chipping in, shall we say, did it change your idea of the songs? Did different songs kind of sound completely different when you first wrote the lyrics to them? Or?
Yeah, they really grew in a lovely way. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because a couple of tracks, and one of the ones we've been playing on the show quite a lot was track 3 on the album. Right. I don't know whether the track listing's still the same.
You'll have to remind me which one's
I think it was Venice, I think it was.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It's a really kind of in-your-face sound.
Yes.
Really urgent, listen to me now, which we thought was quite radio-friendly.
Cool, well, I was thinking of playing that one tonight.
Were you? Fantastic. I have to say it's one of my favourite ones on the album, but I think it's probably the most immediate one. When you first listened to it, that was the one that stood out for me, really.
Good. It's got quite a story, if you want to.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me a story.
Well, I went to Venice a few years ago on holiday, and it was one of these holidays that I was really looking forward to, but when I got there, the bed and breakfast was looking over a canal with no water in it. They were doing some sort of mending, a bit like road mending, but canal mending.
So you went to Venice, to a canal with no water in it?
Yeah, so that was, weird thing number one. And then... there was these buildings that they were sort of renovating the outside. So to save us from missing seeing the building in its full glory, they'd put scaffolding over the front, and then sheets hanging on the scaffolding with the building painted on.
Yeah, like this polystyrene, massive
something
white sheet
like
things.
that. Yeah, it was really bizarre, but that kind of inspired the song. And then before Christmas, it was on the news. The population's got so low in Venice, the people that actually live there, rather than they generally sort of commute in, I think, then commute across the bridge and out of Venice. And the population is now so small that it's not really a city anymore. So they were going to have a mock death march to sort of say bye-bye to the city.
Really?
And it's just all holiday homes and hotels and stuff. So I thought it was about time I recorded the song, really, and got on with it.
So sort of controversially, a little bit like down here, really, lots of holiday homes and
I guess
not enough local people and all that kind of stuff, really.
Yeah, it's sad. I think a town, a city needs its sort of resident people to make it a sort of proper community.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, can you play that song now?
Absolutely.
Go for it.
Okay, Venice.
Businessmen
bless you.
I know, it's the smallest crowd you ever had, eh? Just little me clapping away as I do, you know. It's all good though. So it sounds completely the same live, which is really good. You know, sometimes you're like, oh, it's a bit different, or they rework it, but that was like how I imagined it to be live, really.
Yeah, good. I'm glad, because my album before was only me, so everybody who bought it knew that's what I sounded like. And with the band sort of sound, I still do a lot of solo gigs, so I wanted to make sure that at least half the songs kind of did sound like me and my guitar.
Sort of like familiar to people listening and stuff. Yeah. So when is this album coming out then? It was out at the moment? Or is that just like the big question?
It's so nearly there. So my boyfriend's been painting a lovely cover for the album.
Oh, fab.
And he's just finished it a couple of weeks ago, and I've been scanning it in, and so I'm now just getting the final bits of the artwork ready, and then I'm going to send them off to be duplicated.
Great.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next couple of weeks, I was aiming for like August, and now I'm aiming for November. I'll get there.
Hey, a bit of early promotion never hurt anybody, did it really, you know? Is it going to be like available online, or is it just CD copies, or how do people get hold of it if they want to hear it?
At the moment, it'll be just CD copies, and if you email me to the website, whilst checks are still available, you can send me a check and I'll send you a CD. I'd like to use PayPal and stuff, but I haven't figured out how to do it. That's the next thing on my list.
Get the album out first, then figure out how people can buy it, eh?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But at gigs, obviously, I always take them to gigs, so that's the best place.
Such as last night, I believe, wasn't it?
That's right, I was in Yeovil last night.
How was Yeovil for you?
Very hot.
Very hot,
A lot hotter than the studio, I must admit, because with the lights and everything on stage, it was very sweaty.
Was it a good crowd though?
Very good crowd, a very lively crowd. I was supporting Hobo Jones and the Junkyard Dogs, and they always pull a pretty good crowd.
Yeah.
So great fun.
How long was the set?
I did about half an hour.
Yeah, awesome. It's always good to have like a really good, gig. And a really good like support act doing it.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of gigs these days, sort of like people go in, it's all support act, don't really listen to it. But to have a really good support act.
Well, I think I work well with them because I also guest on the whistle with them as Molly Malone.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's my alter ego.
Yeah. How is the alter ego going these days?
She's getting quite quick at the whistle, so
really?
Yeah, it's good.
Awesome.
Putting in the practice.
Well, it has been a while now, hasn't it? It's been like a year.
Yeah.
Plus. So when you recorded this album, was it like... It sounds funny, but was it more of a serious album to record than the last one, or did you just do what you usually do and just wing it and go for it?
I suppose it was really, It was because I was paying for studio time over a good few days. I wanted to. It was all very serious, trying to get everything done as best as I could in the time available. And I was only off work for a week, so I had to sort of do it then. It was quite hard work, and I was gigging in the evenings as well. I sort of tried to cram way too much into that week. I was sort of flitting between Rochester and then gigging in like Cambridge and Colchester and stuff. So it's a bit mental, but I think it worked well because I think everybody was sort of. It didn't get boring because we were trying to do it so quick.
Sure.
So people just kept coming up with ideas, and it was just record it in case it's good. And,
It's funny, a lot of artists say that. I had one artist come in and he said like, just record everything.
Yeah.
And if like a mistake sounds good, just like duplicate it 3 times and like stick it together, and it becomes something new and different.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the joys of the studio is just kind of like just record stuff and just make it your own.
We had to be quite careful because we were doing it with analog equipment, so there was none of this copy and pasting like getting digital.
Do you know what? I love a bit of analog. Maybe that's what it sounds because I think you can sort of tell. Analog, it has that kind of like feel, a bit like kind of an old piece of wood or something. It has that kind of like texture and think about it. Do you know what I mean?
I think so, and I think it means everybody has to play their bit, pretty much all in one go. I mean, you can mess around a little bit, but it probably flows nicely.
Proper live sounding album.
Yeah,
love it. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Moving on. Should we play another track?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, what's this one going to be?
I thought I might do Shadows Cannot Wake, so it's a bit of a quieter one, and it's right at the end of the album, and it's kind of, about wanting to do things that you perhaps shouldn't do and sort of holding back and just not doing stuff when it might hurt someone else or whatever.
Yeah.
So Shadows Cannot Wake. And I dream that I can fly, but I can't, so I don't try. And I dream of you by my side, but that cannot be, so I won't try. I can walk can ride, that is fine. I don't need to fly. And I dream that I'm on the road, but the car will not slow down, and the brakes, they just ignore me. But for now, I don't mind. I will stand on the edge, though I fear that I will fall. I will reach out for what I can, though I'm scared we'll lose it all. And I dream that I am drowning, but try to catch my breath. And I will wait till sunrise to discover what I have left. I will hide the little flame, though I fear that I will break. And I will dream in shadows, 'cause shadows cannot wake.
Still just me. Awesome. It's a really like a cool way to actually end an album on like a slow one.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
it's nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of classic albums do that, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah, we did have a lot of discussion as to what the order should be, and
Yeah.
we kind of went for the it was a big group discussion, even though it's sort of my album, and went for the kind of building up into the middle and then sort of petering out a little at the end, but yeah, in a nice way. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
like that. It sort of ends on a kind of really sort of nice sounding note. If that
Well,
makes
it's a
sense.
very positive sounding
Yeah.
song. I think it's I tend to write a lot in minor keys, which are kind of sad, and that is quite a positive sounding
Yeah.
song as my songs go.
Is that where you kind of like feel at home in like minor keys?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's like
I
your
do tend
bass.
to. It in general, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Right.
what can you do?
It's great. So you've got lots of gigs lined up that you can tell us about? Or?
I do have a little tour. I've brought the list with me because
Brilliant.
I'm rubbish at remembering. But I've tried to arrange a sort of October tour.
Oh, right, okay.
So I'm actually playing in London for the first time ever, I think, as a sort of solo
Wow.
musician at the Lost Horizons Folk Club in Leytonstone.
Yeah.
So that's it on the 14th of October. But closer to home, I tend to play in Exeter mainly. And in fact, I'm actually organising a night at Mammoth Stones in Exeter at the moment.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Me and my friend Tim. So it's Rosie and Tim's acoustic night, which I think has a certain ring to
Yeah.
it. So the next one there is Wednesday the 19th of October. And we just get lots of local musicians. Everybody plays for about 20 minutes each. So it's a real sort of filled night full of all sorts of eclectic kind of music.
Yeah.
And if you come along, you're bound to like somebody and probably like loads of people, you know. So
I love that, going to places and like discovering new sounds.
that's right. So people come to see their friend playing, but they'll see other people and go, oh yeah, they're real good, you know.
Yeah.
So it seems to work. It seems to be quite popular. We're pleased.
Yeah,
So
I like
that's
that.
Mammoth Stones. Yeah.
That's actually awesome. I might pop down to that. You know, so it's about a talent I can pull on the show. You know, random people, you're going to come on in.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love to. I'm sure they'd love to.
Big sign, you can come on my show.
Yeah,
It's empty.
yeah.
Awesome. I mean, is there a particular favourite on this album that you like? Is there one track that you think, yes, that's like the best thing I've written on this album? Or was that really hard? It's like all your babies, I suppose, isn't it?
It is difficult. The one that everybody wanted to play on was Cinderella Sticks the Knife In, which is sort of in the middle. And I do love it because it's such a sort of riff-based song, and I don't normally write them quite like that. So that was incredible to see grow. And it's one that I'd never learnt to perform live until I did the album. And then working on it, as part of the album, I sort of learnt to do it live. And we actually played it, a group of us, at Burnham-on-Sea Folk Festival in September. So then it went down okay. But then, Avebury, actually, on the album, it's got some real nice, me playing the low D whistle, and the chap whose recording studio it was played the harmonica, and it's just got this real nice effect of, like, sort of the mist rising around Avebury and stuff. So, that's one of my favourites, but just how, these are both, like, how they've turned out on the album, I suppose. Cool. But,
So I bet it can't change daily, then, on, like, your mood, doesn't it?
And, pretty much,
And maybe a gig you played out that's got gone down well, or, Brilliant. Do you want to play one last track for us?
Okay. Can I do The Fire, which isn't on the album at all? Because talking of favourite songs, this probably is, like, it is the song I most look forward to playing at a gig, and if it's not going very well, I'll always do The Fire, because it'll cheer me up and it pulls the audience in.
Why is it your favourite?
I don't really know. It's just got that kind of catchy riff to it. People like it, and it's a good mixture of kind of folk, but with a little sort of poppy catchy tune. Maybe I don't know. Excellent. But this is The Fire.
Yeah, you take it away.
Lost forever can be lost in just one day. Say, put my head in my heart and save me from the fire. It's so easy to indulge in imagined memories. It's so easy to believe in things that might have been. Always greener on the other side of town. So make hay while the sun shines. The last straw is always brown. Put my head in my heart and save me. Put my head in my heart and save me. Put my head in my heart and save me. Save me from the fire. When it all gets too much and feelings get confused, and I'm back to the same crossroads but don't know which path to choose, and my heart is convinced that one choice is the best, but with feelings flying water, just can't see it from the rest. I balanced out the odds with scales on rocky ground, and the path that leads the way is a path that can't be found. Put my head in my heart and save me. Put my head in my heart and save me. Put my head in my heart and save me from the fire. So when the wind's blown too hard and our future is not clear, and our eyes have grown weary and our smiles have disappeared, we're overcome by dreams and we've lost our way, and what was made together has been lost in just one day. I say, put your heart in your head and love me. Put your heart in your head and love me. Put your heart in your head
Still here. Look, awesome. Thank you very much for coming on the show. That's what you mean about that track now. Riff-tastic.
Yeah.
Live, isn't it? Brilliant. Well, I'll say all the best of luck when you finally release the album. It is a cracking album. We had a lot of people say how great the track Venice was that we played.
Good. Oh, that's great.
A lot of people saying it was kind of like a lot of people actually said sort of reminded me of like Levellers, the kind of urgency of it.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean? The kind of political urgency, all that sort of stuff, which I thought was really cool. And it's like I thought, yeah, actually, you're quite right.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it's all good.
Compare with the Levellers.
Anyway, honestly, all the best of luck. And when you put it out there, please put it on our Facebook page so people can see where they can get it from.
I think I'm Facebook friends with you, and people can find me on the internet anyway by Google searching Rosie Eade, and hopefully they'll be able to find me by Google searching No Fairy Tale when I finally make a page for the album. But yeah, I'll definitely put up a...
So is that the final title, is it?
No Fairy Tale is the title.
Wow, you heard it here first. It's been confirmed. You can't change it now. Anyway, one last little applause, I think. Thank you very much for coming to the show.
Cheers.
It's been awesome as usual. No worries. Thank you.
You haven't heard anything yet? Stay tuned to Riviera FM. At Watton Printers, we print brochures, leaflets, letterheads, business